Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And let's do some housekeeping rules just at the top of the session, all right? Before we get into the mess. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out my other channel. Make it make sense. Share my videos, like my videos. We're family. So I need y'all to do that for me. And to definitely go over to the other channel and make it make sense. And subscribe over there as well. But a few of you all have been saying that y'all have been getting notifications. So what I'm going to need y'all to do is unsubscribe and subscribe back to me and then hit the notifications, because I tell you, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing with my account. You know, YouTube, you're on somebody else's platform. They rules, whatever, are governing by them basically being held not liable for a lot of stuff. And the content creators are, pretty much need to watch what they say, how they say it, and when they say it, okay? That's why everybody say allegedly. But seriously, guys, I have not done anything. So if you're, and sometimes YouTube do some clearing of the houses. They discontinue certain people's accounts. They really feel that they're not true accounts. And, your subscribers get low and then it comes back up high with no real reason why it happened in the first place. So please do me a favor. All my day ones, all my day twos, all my new subscribers, unsubscribe and resubscribe back, okay? And let's get to this story. Now, a lot of y'all have been wanting me to talk about it, but I was like, I still hold firm that Wendy Williams got clones out there, and maybe Wendy Williams being held against her without her admittance to being held hostage of some sort. But I just really feel they done made several clones of Wendy, and that's who we are out here seeing, not the real Wendy anymore. But on a flip side, your baby girl got some people working with her that's real tight in the community, and they got strong ties with very important people, and could just do this elaborate hoax where she faked everything. And I'm like, Wendy Williams, girl, you the woman of the century. And you need to take class. You need to teach classes on how you flip the script on your ex-husband and his mistress and the baby, okay? Because you came out smelling like a rose. Now, like I said, you can look at it from different perspectives. And, it had been out here for a while. And I was looking. I was okay, she did that. She the woman. How we be saying? He the man. She is the woman of the century. And I ain't mad at her. Because I'm like, this man was supposed to be helping you start something from ground floor up. And he did you that way. Child, please. Take him to the bank. But see, you got Wells Fargo you got to think about. You got to think about Sherry Shepherd. Was she involved? Just so many different facets, so many different layers, so many different levels to this scheme, if it was in fact a brilliant scheme between Delmar Mercury, Wendy Williams, Sherry, Wells Fargo, all getting in the same bed together and cooking up this whole scenario that Wendy took us through, and we were feeling all kind of which ways about her and how they were doing her, and then people thought it was her karma and it's all this stuff. And then people like, well, that's what Kevin gets. Well, that's true. You put out messed up stuff on persons that's not true, then you get messed up stuff come back to you pretty much. They call it karma, or the boomerang effect of karma. But I just don't know. I'm still stuck on we're seeing Wendy's clone. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I look at everything from every perspective before I come to my own conclusion. Like this is what it is, and half the time I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. But like I said, if this was the true thing, would it be some litigation? Because it's like she corrupted the whole thing to get it to play out on her side. You see where I'm going with that, people? And I just don't see Wells Fargo doing that by them being as a big entity as they are, even though they've been having some hits about, doing people's accounts wrong and taking money here and there, allegedly. But that's what's being said out there on them streets. So I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure, guys. But y'all definitely can get in them comments and plead your case why you think that she the woman on this thing and she convinced all these people to go through this with her and that they will have their own big payday. Because what's her name? Sherry Shepherd. She didn't have a show at the time. She had been on sitcoms and she definitely have been doing stand-up comedy. But yeah, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because she even came out and was saying a little, sly, slick stuff about Wendy, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, because, a lot of them, they didn't hold their mule, they didn't sit up here and let things just play out and nobody turned against Wendy. No, the husband turned. And, I mean, we ain't gonna talk about his little ego behind. Oh, he just a hot mess. I'm like, Lord, come get him. Come get him. Put him down somewhere. Put him down somewhere. And I hear that his mistress, aka girlfriend, had been using Wendy's money to start up little businesses here and there and everywhere. And she still ain't got nothing going for herself. But I do hear that she is leaving Kevin because she can't milk Wendy, or he can't milk Wendy anymore. He tried through his son to get son to, tighten up the reins and get him some money, which I think is totally wrong. That's why he, I guess, fought his daddy way back in the past, and they had to go to court on it because cops was called and whatnot. And he did admit, getting an altercation, physical altercation with his dad. But it should have been a lesson learned to him as well. That if your dad is going to put you out on Front Street and everything, and everybody find out what happened, and you get arrested for assaulting your dad, what kind of dad do you have? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But anyway, we're going to get on into this story that Radar Alana had brought out to us about Kevin coming up negative again. He's coming up negative. Her son, it's hard to want to be mean to somebody that did you wrong, and then your son looks exactly like that man who did you wrong. So we didn't have to go through a lot of different emotions with this whole thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Because her son looks just like his dad, except for the bald headedness. So I'm like, ooh, don't think that's your husband. Don't be doing no connection on him. But the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You can't trust these kids sometimes too. They be wishing for you to die so they can get your whole wealth of your estates and all that. I ain't saying your son like that now, but I'm just saying you can't be trusting your kids when you get so high up there and you won't get them certain things because you don't feel that things that they're ready for. And child, before you know it, we don't put a policy out on you and have somebody hit on you. Put a hit out on you. But that's just me and my conspiracy theories. Because the only person you can trust is the Lord. That's the only person. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousins, they'll turn on you in a minute with the right price. Because that's how sick this world has gotten. But anyway, we don't need to get on my soap opera about religion and all like that. I know that's not where you came from or you came for. I understand. People have their own religions, their own rights to believe whoever, whatever. But I do believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe in the Trinity. And so that's just how I go. But like I said, it would have been an elaborate hoax with so many people involved and the deadly consequences that could have been exposed if this was truly a trick of Wendy and she was getting the upper hand on Kevin by going through these different stages, thinking he had it all in the bag and she was going to be paying him for the rest of her life and this, that, and the third. But like I said, he didn't read that fine print either, did he? That's why you got to read the fine print if you really depending on that document to save your ass one day. You see what I'm saying? So let's go on into what Radar Online had wrote out. They had an exclusive that they titled Judge Denies Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, demands for alimony payments to resume. Now, if that ain't a sorry-ass igger, he don't want to work, he don't want to do none of that. He just want to live off Wendy and Wendy's money. I mean, could we just not buy you out for you to just say, goodwill, farewell, whether friend, go on about your business, you only getting this much, and that's it. But this is my thoughts, not in this article. It says Wendy Williams will not have to resume paying her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, alimony. RadarOnline.com can confirm. In a surprising development to come weeks after Wendy X claimed he is broke and cannot pay his bills, a New Jersey judge found Kevin's demands were not emergent and ordered the recent application to be dismissed without prejudice. Yeah. The judge also reportedly denied Wendy's ex-husband's request for the former Wendy Williams show host to pay his attorney fees. But according to the court documents obtained by the Sun, Kevin's battle has have his alimony payments resumed is not completely over. So see, this ignorant can still drag her through the mud where she's going to have to completely stay insane and work this whole, what do you call it, bogus thing with her health, her messing with Wells Fargo, them taking her money, all of it still has to play until Kevin just sit there and just call defeat. You know what I'm saying? She was the better player. But anyway, going back to the article, it says, although the judge did not consider Kevin's demands for alimony payment to be an emergency, the judge suggested Wendy X takes the case to mediation. The parties are to participate in binding arbitration, the judge said this week. The issues surrounding the service payments and the qualified domestic relation order are disputed and therefore needs to be mediated. As Radar Online previously reported, Kevin first filed a motion for his alimony payments to resume in November of 22 last year after he allegedly stopped receiving the payments monthly earlier in February of 2022. He requested the court order Wendy's financial guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, to make payments as contractually required under the MSA and servants agreement. Shortly after filing the motion for the alimony payments to resume, Kevin claims he is broke and cannot pay his bills, including his homeowner association payments, the car insurance, and 2 outstanding credit card payments. I've fallen behind on most of my bills, Kevin claimed in his request at the time. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. Well, that's the last thing you should be worried about, Kev. It's the home association bill. Because if you're in that house, it's not being paid when it didn't buy out, and she just paying taxes on it, then you don't have to worry about no tax or home association's fees because you won't be. No, you just don't have to worry about the home association payments resuming because there won't be any home for you to be having to pay homeowners association bills too. Yes, Kevin, your time has come. The reckoning has begun, and you just need to go get a job. Just gonna need to get you a job because while you were getting those payments, while Wendy was successfully putting this elaborate hoax out for us, the public, to take part of, yeah, maybe that's something you should think about, and you should have been saving those coins, dollars, greenbacks, however you were getting them. You should have definitely downsize yourself for your living expenses. And if you were going to do something with Sharina, it should have been done with the money that you made off of Wendy and not the money that you were receiving for her on a monthly basis. I mean, women can only take so much. You know what I'm saying? We can only take so much until we get fed up. And depending on how our resources are panning out at the time, man, you can get your block knocked off. In my TR voice, get your block knocked off. Or you can come a missing. Just a whole lot of things could happen if you was on that mean spirited and you wanted to get that person back any way necessary. But you could have just took the money that you were being paid and just took a hiatus off of social media. We didn't need to see anything. We didn't need to look at any videos that you were doing with your mistress. We didn't need none of that. You see what I'm saying? But you just did the opposite. You just kept dragging her name through the mud. You kept buying stuff when you knew it was coming from Wendy's fund. You couldn't get Delmar Mercury to, that's who you need to be going after them. Not Wendy. Go after them because you were saying that they owed you money too. Why are you going to get your ex-wife, but you ain't going to get the company that you said did you wrong by firing you? Okay? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. You leave me with no other excuse but knowing you a poor excuse for a human being. And technically should never have been born, in a sense. You a messy man. And with mess comes karma. And you will seem to have found where you stay at, and the karma is just residing with you until we don't know when, okay? We don't know when, but this is a great win for Wendy Williams, and we hope she succeeds, further on down the road. That's all I got.